On this episode, we are vegan AF and totally understand if you don't want to be. My guest is Caili, and you spell that without a K, a Y, or an E. Caili became vegan AF after undergoing 2 brain surgeries to end her epileptic seizures. Along with the birth of her son, health became a top priority for her. So she ditched the bar scene, redirecting that time and money into bodybuilding. We also talk about the underrepresentations of trash cans in public places. Let's jump in. I'm just curious. Okay, so I think on your Instagram you had a thing that said vegan AF. Is that what it said? Like it
Yes.
said vegan AF.
Yes.
And like, I felt like what you were expressing is like you get a lot of vegan hate. Do you get a lot of vegan hate?
Well, okay, and technically speaking, I don't get that much hate. It's more just a little bit of a head nod, like oh, okay. They don't really think
like
that.
They don't think you're really vegan?
Or no, it's not that they don't think that I'm vegan. It's just they kind of think it's a little bit lame, or that maybe I think I'm better than other people or something
For
like
being
that.
vegan?
Yes, definitely. I get that vibe a lot.
What is that?
It's just, I don't know. I think most people that are vegan are possibly a little bit more known to be a little bit more stuck up maybe, or something like that. So I guess, yeah, I just feel like as soon as I say,
did you say vegan people are stuck up?
I did not say that. I said it seems like, or it could be. No, I feel vegans do get a lot of hate no matter what. And so anytime I do say that I'm vegan, I know that I get a lot of assumptions from the person that I'm talking to. And so that was just, I wear that shirt sometimes just to be like, yep, I'm vegan and it's me.
Do you get a lot of hate for being a girl with tattoos? Do you get guys saying mean stuff?
No. Honestly, I get the opposite. I
Really?
think I get a little bit more creepy guys. Not always, but definitely guys do see that as a starting point of a conversation.
Right.
So, yeah. No, thankfully, I don't get...
And then if you want to go away, you just go, I'm vegan. And they're like, okay, I'll see you later.
100%. 100%. That's usually how it goes.
I'm just kidding.
No, that's exactly how it goes.
Man, look at me. I'm like a real cool Dr. Phil. Caili.
Yes.
I mean, for like 2 seconds right before I said it, I was like, don't get this wrong. Caili.
It's okay.
So, hey, thank you so much for doing this. I want to tell you just before we start, like, thank you so much. Because I reached out to a friend of a friend and I'm a stranger. So I appreciate you trusting me and coming to do this. Thank you so much. Anyways, so this is Caili. Caili, tell people who you are, what you do, shout out for social medias, anything you got.
So I am Caili. I don't really have that many social medias. I do have an Instagram. It's Caili Loves Deja. Caili is spelled just a tad different. Caili, Deja, Deja. And
really quickly, what does that mean? What does Caili Loves Deja mean?
See, I knew this question was going to come. Deja is a kitty cat that I lost like 7 years ago. And me and this cat, we were obsessed with each other. And anyone who knows me from back then knows that we didn't do anything without each other. And so I was always Caili Loves Deja. And so when she passed, like, I feel guilty. I can't change it.
No, I think it's great.
I can't. So yeah, that's where that comes from.
She's up in kitty heaven going like, man, that's my dude down there. She won't change her Instagram name.
And that's also, she's like, yeah, bitch, don't change it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll come back and haunt you.
Yes, that's what I'm terrified of. Yeah. Like, she'll never forgive me if I die and I end up in heaven with her. She'll just be like, no, bitch, no.
She's like going up to your couches in heaven. She's just like,
Yeah.
Anyways, I interrupted.
Yes.
Keep going.
No, I believe that's it. I don't have a Facebook or anything like that. I do my NoCal. My discount code is Caili15. So if you buy anything from their website, you can get 15% off, and I also get some of that too. So
nice. See, and those are vegan because you're vegan.
Yes, they are vegan.
Before we started, we were talking a little bit about vegan hate. And like people being vegan haters, not heavy haters, but just like,
Enough that I just have to, defend the vegans here and there. So
well, okay, let's just dive into it real quick. Why do you really think people are so upset? Like, why do you think why do they care? Why do they care what you eat?
That's a great question. Well, first and foremost, no matter what, food is a huge part of our culture. It's a huge part of our culture in almost any culture that you go to. So instantly, if someone has a favorite food of something and they realize that you can't even eat it or want to eat it, that's going to be offensive no matter what.
Okay. So really quickly, let's act this out real quick. Okay. And so I'm kind of here vegan and I go, so you can't eat pizza?
I can eat pizza, just not the same kind of pizza as you.
But it's like, I get upset about that because you can't eat the same.
You can't eat the cheese. Just take the meat off. All that. It just keeps going and it circles around into the same conversation over and over again.
Hey, well, you know what? Good for you for standing up for vegans. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't understand why people would care so much. Not that you asked, but if I had to pick a diet that I would want to be on, the Mediterranean diet would be about where I would be.
Okay, well, and so that's honestly where I started. Going vegan opened up a plethora of different foods that I'd never eaten before. And thankfully, I live in Austin where there's tons of food options. And so eating a falafel for the first time in a pita bread with hummus was just a life-changing event. And it is just amazing. I can eat hummus all day long. Chickpeas are just my favorite things in the world. So I definitely agree with the Mediterranean diet for sure.
Yeah. Anna, you know what's weird is I really don't drink. But if you had to make me choose something that that I would trick myself into thinking was healthy, I guess. I would like glasses of wine. I'm cool with. Wait.
I love wine.
Oh, okay.
I love wine. Wine tastes yummy.
But but it's kind of like one of those things. It has to Now I read this book. It was called Alcohol Lied to Me, and it was kind of going over the myths of alcohol. And it just really kind of has really made me I really think about it a lot more than I used to.
Yeah.
And I started drinking non-alcoholic beers, but I would still get acid reflux, sometimes you get acid reflux. And I was like, well, now I'm getting acid reflux and I'm not drinking alcohol. And I was like, well, no reason to do that anymore. You know what I mean? So it just kind of fell off.
Yeah. I've tried a non-alcoholic version of Pinot Grigio before. Mm-hmm. And other than it being extremely expensive, because you don't find it everywhere now, so they can sell it for it's not readily available or popular yet, so they're able to price it up high, and it was decently good, but I mean, if there was to be a drink that I ever drank again, it would definitely be a glass of Pinot Grigio. I love wine. It's very yummy. It's just the headaches are horrible the next day. Even 2 glasses and I'm done.
Oh man, do you want me to really mess you up right now?
Okay.
So, have you ever heard of dry farm wines?
No.
Okay, so
or if I have, I don't remember.
Okay, really quickly. So dry farm wines is they send the wine to your house and it's organic. Okay. So all the headaches and all the stuff that causes the headaches, all the sulfur and just the preservatives and stuff they put in there, none of these wines have it. So you can drink a whole bottle and there's no hangover.
I don't want to know about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Keep it to yourself. I'm forgetting that. I'm just gonna hopefully it wipes away.
Well, see, I didn't even set that up. That's a perfect segue. So before we started, I was we're gonna get the stuff out of the way that normal people always talk about. So you have had how many brain surgeries? Let's go back. Why did you have to have brain surgery?
I have epilepsy.
Okay.
And I was having lots of different kinds of seizures, and I don't know how much you know about epilepsy.
Just pretend like I don't know anything.
Okay. So my thought process is epilepsy is when someone falls over and convulses. That is a seizure. However, lots of seizures are non-convulsive. And
Meaning what?
Meaning if you don't know what to look for, you might not be able to tell someone's having a seizure.
But you know you're having one though, right?
Well, for a while, I didn't know what was going on. I honestly thought I was going a little cuckoo crazy.
What do you mean? Like what were these things?
Excuse me. Well, so it started out where I was having memory lapse, just moments I didn't really remember. Granted, they were moments where I had been drinking or going out with people, so you just kind of think you're not supposed to remember that. That's okay. But then I had moments where I was calling people different names and not knowing what their name was for a second. And if I've known you for a long time, why don't I know your name? And then one time I drove home, and when I was living with my mom at the time, and when I got home, I didn't remember driving. I didn't remember my day at work. I didn't remember leaving the house. I didn't know where I was or how I had gotten there. I swore everything was a dream. And so my mom's like, okay, well, let's just call the number on the back of the insurance card, the nurse line. And so we called, and they were like, yeah, she had a seizure. And I'm like, I didn't fall over. I didn't convulse. I'm right here. I drove home in my car. There's no way that was a seizure. And so we decided we're going to go ahead and see a neurologist just to make sure. And the worst thing that happens for most people with epilepsy happened to me. And I did a EEG test, and it came back clear because I didn't have a seizure during the time. And I was ruled as having high anxiety and depression. And for some reason, that was causing memory lapses and blank spots in my day and huge confusion. It was all anxiety. And so I thought I was just going crazy. And it wasn't until I had my first actual fall over, convulse, and have people see it that I was finally ruled as an epileptic.
Man.
Yeah.
So was that seizure, like that was a big seizure then?
Yes, that was what you think
like
of.
An earthquake. Compared to your other seizures.
Oh, yeah. Like I knew for a fact this wasn't anxiety. This wasn't depression. This wasn't, any of those. This was something wrong with my brain. I was right. I'm not going crazy. There's something wrong, basically. So
that leads to your first surgery?
No, that leads to me not wanting to take any epilepsy medication because the side effects are horrible.
Like what are the side effects?
I was getting double vision. I was getting vertigo. Keppra is a major one in the epilepsy world that people can't stand because you would just get angry for no reason. So it affected my daily life. And I was 21 in Austin, and they were telling me, take this medicine, don't stay up late, don't drink, don't be around flashing strobe lights. I'm pretty sure that describes any 21-year-old in Austin, Texas.
You're like, they're like, don't go out. Like, just don't go out.
I'm like, what? So I took it as not a big deal. It's okay. It's okay. I can still do exactly what I want to do. Everything's fine. And it just did not last that long. It took over within 4 years. I couldn't go a single day without a seizure. Not the convulsive ones, but the mental ones where I was forgetting where I was or what was going on. They were 12 to 14 times a day.
Man.
Yeah. So it was pretty rough there for a good 2 years.
So then you have your first surgery?
Then I got pregnant.
Oh, man.
And it was, okay, take your medicine, take it on time, do what you're supposed to do, follow all the rules, make sure you're doing everything you're supposed to do.
Because you're pregnant, that it matters?
I'm pregnant, and now I have my son, and so it matters. Yeah, I can't just not care anymore.
He's already born.
Well, so when I started being serious, when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, okay, I gotta be serious. I gotta do what I'm supposed to do. I gotta take care of myself. I can't be, because if you have epilepsy and you have a seizure, you can't drive.
Right.
It's legally, you're not allowed to drive. So I'm about to have a child. I'm wanting to make a good impression, be a good mom. I can't have seizures, you know? So I followed all of the rules like I was supposed to, did everything that they told me to, and nothing, no effect. I still had dozens of seizures. So that's when my neurologist told me, so we either do this brain surgery, we try and get rid of what's wrong, or in like 10 years, you can say goodbye to any type of single life living. You will not be able to do anything. Someone will be taking care of you and you might not even know who your son is. And that's when I was like, okay, let's do some brain surgeries. So
Do you ever look at your son and what he like kind of really did for you?
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. I tell him all the time, like, I don't even want to know what I would have done as a 23-year-old who wasn't taking her epilepsy seriously and continued to live the life that I was living. There's no way. If I wouldn't have had him and changed, I would probably have had brain surgery for like a different reason. I'd probably be like non-existent at that point. They're like doing a lobotomy or something.
So now you have your first brain surgery?
I had two at the same time.
So like when you say at the same time, like at the same time?
No. So before, what I was doing is, they're called EEGs.
Okay.
They put these little sensors on your head, and you're in the hospital, and they do these things to make you have a seizure because they're trying to figure out where in your brain they're happening. And so they put you through stress tests. They don't let you sleep. So they sleep deprive you, the hyperventilation stuff, and you're there for like weeks. And they track where they're having them. Well, so they were able to track where they were having them, but not to the point where they could see exactly where it was. So they could go in there and take a big chunk of my brain out and not really know what could happen, or they could go in and put the sensors on my exact parts of my brain, make me have seizures, locate the exact parts, and then do the brain surgery and take them out. So that's what I did.
Okay, so they do that one time?
Yes,
and then you rest?
No, I was. I had the surgery where they put the sensors in. I was in the ICU for a week.
Oh, I understand. They're connected, I guess.
Yes, so they're in my brain. I'm in the ICU. They're causing seizures daily. They're not letting me sleep. And then once they figure out, okay, this is exactly where it is, at the end of the week, that's when they went and took it all out. And then I was in the ICU for like another 10 days recovering.
Do you remember those? Was it 10 days? How long did they test your brain?
For a week.
Okay. Do you remember that week?
I remember bits and pieces, but it's very scattered, and it's mainly me like not knowing what's going on. Like I just remember confusion, if that makes any sense.
Did time stand still? Like, did it feel like it just was like that, or did it feel long?
No, it felt like forever, but I could just be thinking of after recovery from the second surgery, because that week I remember a good portion of it, and it was tough. Like, my head was like so big, and
so
it was
swollen, right?
Oh, so swollen. And so it's funny because I'm actually getting memory pop-ups, because it's actually like 6 years, like today, that, or like yesterday or something like that, that my first initial surgery started.
So when you say memory pop-ups, what does that mean?
Like on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Like Snapchat.
Oh, I thought you meant like it was something about your
no,
brain.
no,
And I was
no,
like,
no,
wow,
no.
You know what I love is I think I saw like on your Instagram today, there's that thing where it's like, well, post the last picture in your camera roll, or post a picture from 30 years ago. And one of yours was like your brain surgery,
Yes.
right? And I was like, well, man, she just topped everybody. There's nobody in this conga line that's going to top that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I thought it was funny.
It was,
like,
no, but it was great. It was great.
Yeah,
it was so great.
I'm about to hit 6 full years, no seizure, and 5 years, no medication.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I would do it all over again in a heartbeat.
Do you, this is a weird question. Do you find being vegan helps any of your brain?
Well, so I did start going vegan about 6 months before my brain surgery. It was, a lot of different reasons, but that was really the kicker that started it all, because it was, obviously living this type of lifestyle that I'm living is doing nothing for me. I'm not healthy at this point enough where I have to have this surgery. And well, that's what I was telling myself. I'm not healthy. I'm doing things incorrectly, at this point. So I need to fix things. And, with the millions of other reasons why I went vegan, that was the initiative. It was, okay, let me see if I can solve this by being healthy before we do this brain surgery. And it didn't work at all.
Well, but
but recovery, I believe, might have helped being vegan.
Is this fair? Our bodies can process meat, but that doesn't necessarily make it always a good idea.
Well, so, okay. And this is where I go, the meat processing or our body's ability to do it. I go back to the caveman kind of conversation that people like to bring up. And no matter what, cavemen had the fire, to cook the meat. Okay, but what happened before the fire? No matter what, people had to live before fire.
Right.
People had to survive before fire. We had to have made it to the point to create and control the fire.
Sure.
So what were we eating before?
Yeah.
And then that's also where, okay, we could have been just eating like bugs and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, then eat the bugs. Go for it. Do you want to eat the bugs though?
I think that should be like when someone like comes at you like, hey, what's up, vegan? Be like, well, just eat bugs. That should be your comeback. Just eat bugs. No, but I guess I was thinking I at this point in my life, I don't eat a lot of meat. I eat meat occasionally. You know what I mean? And I feel better in that mode. I don't know if I'd ever go to not eating. I don't know if I'd ever go to being full vegan, but I eat a lot more vegetables than I used to. I'll tell you that much. And I feel better.
I have stuck by a phrase for a very long time now. Little changes make big differences. Nobody has to go, and this is where a lot of vegans don't like me, is because I'm not saying anybody needs to go 100% vegan at all. But if you make that change, that is a huge ripple effect. No matter what, if everybody made that little change or ate the way that you ate, the ripple effect would just be insane. And no matter what, if everybody ate that way, slowly the meat would go away. So, most vegans will hate that I would agree with you eating that way. So
vegans get on you about?
Oh my gosh, it's both sides.
Golly.
It's both sides. That's why I talk very little. I talk about it on social media, but I talk very mainly from how it helps me and from a nutrition standpoint. Yeah. I don't go to the politicky part of it because I'm going to piss off everybody no matter what. I'm going to piss off the vegans and the non-vegans. So I don't.
It just, it just kind of, it's the way people kind of can be. But it's the same thing. Like I'm a big sneakerhead, right? And so it's the same thing with sneakerheads. Like, there's people ruining it for everybody else, Not that you're the person ruining it. I was talking about more of the people that care about what kind of vegan you are. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
It's like people care like what kind of sneakerhead you are. Who cares? Do your own thing.
Yep. 100%.
So let's talk about bodybuilding prep and macros and all this stuff. So you get done with these like brain surgeries. You got this new life, you got this new health. And so you just took it like one step further, huh? Like you just.
Well, kind of, sort of. I took like 25 steps back at the beginning because I recovered from brain surgery and thought, okay, now I need to be the healthiest I can possibly be ever. I don't want, I got very scared of common diseases or issues that people deal with. And I decided I wanted to do everything to prevent those ever happening.
To you?
Yes.
Like having to take medications?
Yes. So I thought, okay, I need to eat plants on plants on plants on plants on plants on plants on plants and nothing else. And I wasn't tracking anything. And I thought I was being healthy. I was being plant-based. I was doing it all correctly. And the next thing I knew, I was 98 pounds and just extremely unhealthy and the total epitome of a weak vegan that people, would picture in their heads. And that's why I had to figure out how to do it the correct way. Most people would say, okay, no more being vegan. I need to start eating meat again. I'm going to gain the weight that way. And I said, nope, this has to be done the right way. It's possible. I have to be healthy about it. And that's when the macros came in.
There was a football player that played for the Houston Texans, and he was famously a vegan, and he was a big guy. So it's like, I'm assuming you have to be on your macros because you have to be able to put the density of the food and the calories in so you don't lose too much weight, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, you ask anybody, eat 5 apples, you're going to be full.
Yeah.
You're going to be full. But did you get any protein?
Or did you barely got any calories?
Yes. And so I'm thinking, I'll have a salad, 3 times a day. I'm good. I'm full. No.
But you know what? But it really is. It's really great what you're saying right here because I think a lot of people try to go vegan and have similar ideas and similar issues and don't take that next step to solve it because like there's a right and wrong way to do like most things, you know what I mean? And, you want to make sure you're doing it the right way. That's like good for you too. You know what I mean? And
doable, and within your lifestyle range and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But I'm also, I'm also not the vegan that's saying, yay, impossible meat, yay, beyond meat. I don't eat those kinds of fake things either. So
I think, you know what? I mean, kudos to you. Like you shouldn't.
Yes, you should not. You should not.
Look, anything that's selling itself is fake something is probably not good. I'm just good for you. It's probably not good for you.
Yeah. I mean, the ingredients aren't terrible, but it needs to be one of those you eat every now and then type of foods, treat it like you treat your desserts. This is not something you eat daily. This is not something you eat multiple times a day. This is something you eat every now and then, and that it's something different and not normal.
In a way, you would treat it like fast food.
Yes, exactly. That's what it is. It's vegan fast food.
Yeah.
It's 100% what it is. And just like I don't want fast food to be a normal trend in any type of household, I will definitely not make that, part of mine.
We should open up a vegan fast food place.
There's been plenty of people in Austin to do it, and they went way too fast, way too quickly. They were, in my opinion, greedy and not going for the actual message that they should have and the money that they could have.
Yeah. And
it's sad to see so many of these great companies just not make it the way that they could have.
Really quick. You ever eat at Mother's?
Is that the whole name?
Yeah. It used to be on Duval.
No.
Oh, but I think it shut down during the pandemic. But it was like this place where it was like a vegan place. That's where me and Mac's girlfriend would go there all the time. Because, it's hard to go out and find vegan food, right? So the whole place is vegan and they grow all their own food.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And so I got closed down during the pandemic. But I remember going there. I mean, because at this point, I'm eating meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we first started dating, I'm eating meat. So we're going to this place and I'm like, man, what am I going to get? And I was like, I don't know. None of this really sounds good. And then you would get something and it actually had a lot of vegetables in it or something. I remember I would get this burrito and all this vegetables and stuff in it. And it was it was good, but it was really filling. You don't realize how having all those vegetables can be so filling. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure it had beans in it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's the vegan staple right there. Beans.
Yeah. I mean, look. Look, I said that. I don't know if I've ever said this before. I would become vegan if it included bacon.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. And this is where I can't stand myself for even saying this because the fake and bacon really isn't that bad. If you do the plant-based one, it's not that bad.
Well, look,
it's a real vegetable just sauteed or flavored differently. It's not a fake meat product or whatever. So
okay. So do you use cashew milk?
So
could you eat cashew milk or drink cashew milk?
Okay. Yes. I'm in my meal prep right now.
I know. So
we're talking about all this food, I'm just like.
I was gonna say I was gonna talk about this ice cream, but I was like I can't do this to her.
No, do it because vegan ice cream is amazing, and anyone listening to this,
So delicious. So you ever had So Delicious?
I'm in love with So Delicious.
And it's that the creamy, the caramel salted whatever that thing is.
The frozen ones.
They have pints of this stuff.
Oh, yes.
Oh, but they have bars.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't do dairy products because of I have a high reaction to it.
Most people do.
Yeah, I get really flavor. So and this is what I noticed. Just quick sidebar. Non-dairy ice cream doesn't make you feel so heavy and heavy and bloated. Not is it bloated or probably inflamed.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I can eat more of the the non-dairy ice cream because like I can eat more. Like I don't feel as bad. You know what I mean?
But it's also okay to eat more because the macros are different.
See?
They're different. Oh, and just a little vegan fact there.
Hey, I'm glad that you came in here.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Just a little vegan fact there too. If it's vegan, that means there's zero cholesterol.
Which is good.
So, I mean, it depends on who you talk to, but yeah, it's one of the things that vegans like to say. So.
All right. So usually what happens when people come on the podcast is like I usually provide dinner and stuff, but you're doing like this food prep, but you're like, I'll take a protein bar.
Yes, always.
And so I was like, what kind of protein bars? You're like, well, I eat these protein bars, no cow. And so I'm always interested in food because I like it a lot. Right. And especially knowing that you were vegan and that these must have been vegan protein bars. I mean, that totally makes sense. So do you want to just like, would you shout out these flavors real quick? How awesome these flavors. Like I'll hand them to you and then you tell me. You tell me what you think of this. Okay, what is this? This is dipped.
Well, so the dipped ones are special. They're all absolutely amazing. I honestly haven't tried this one, so I'm probably going to be going for this one because I'm really excited. It's the chocolate peanut butter one.
Well, look, these are you're taking all these home, so you can just have a little piece off of each. We can do a little. You can taste test it real quick.
Yes, because I saved my protein bar.
That's right.
I didn't eat any protein bar today, so I could.
Can you eat little pieces of each of them?
I will eat little pieces of each of them.
We don't have to.
No, I will.
Okay, you definitely got to try that one.
You gave me a really good idea because if I just eat one piece of each, that's a whole protein bar.
Yeah. So this is what is this one? This is dipped. You never had this one before?
No. So what's cool is they took a lot of their original bars and they started to do a dipped version of them. Mainly, it makes it a little bit more of a dessert than a protein bar.
Mm-hmm.
But they still have like high protein amounts. All of their bars have at least 20 grams of protein in it.
Dang.
So, oh yeah.
Where's the protein come from?
It comes from. Let me say this.
Is it different?
I was gonna say it's it's the pea protein.
Ah.
Yes. So thankfully, pea protein is just absolutely amazing. If I were to ever give anyone advice, go for pea protein over anything. If you're talking about a protein bar or a protein powder, just the taste. When you say
peas, you just mean peas.
Peas.
Yes, green old peas.
Green old peas. It's amazing how wonderful they are for you.
Really quickly, what protein powder do you use?
No cow.
Okay.
No cow protein bar. They have vanilla and they have chocolate, and they are both absolutely amazing. And I'm not, you can just smell them and they just smell differently than most protein powders. Some of them, they like burn your nose instantly and they're just like way too of that artificial sweet, but nope. It's like, it just smells like vanilla.
I don't need a lot. I try to eat it fairly clean. And so I'm used to just eating things that I don't necessarily like the way they taste. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, no, okay. So do you need a do we need like a knife or something? Like, do we need to cut it?
I'm just going to get a little bit of each one.
Because I don't want to screw anything up. I want you to enjoy yourself, but I don't want to screw anything up.
No, you won't. No, I have boundaries and I have no problem placing them.
So what is that flavor? Is it peanut butter or something?
It's peanut butter chocolate. So basically it's going to taste
like a Reese's peanut butter cup kind of. Dang.
Now, but that's also the best part is they actually have peanut butter cups. And those are also high protein, but they're also not as high protein. So it's an actual like dessert.
Yeah.
I don't get any sweets right now, so this is just amazing.
Well, you know, again, incredible, because I have no willpower at all. Like, you know what I mean? I have a bad sweet tooth, and then like, you know, we have some sweets in the house for my daughter, and you know, she'll leave like half a bag of like eating like, you know, like Teddy Grahams. I'm like, well, I don't want to waste that food. Let's eat that half of that bag. Okay.
Oh my God, so yummy.
Chunky peanut butter, chocolate chip cookie dough, or peanut butter chocolate chip. God dang.
They do a lot of peanut butter stuff.
I'm down with it.
I love peanut butter. I'll take the other one with the chocolate in it, whatever you said.
See, well, there's two with chocolate. There's chocolate chip and, well, they both have chocolate chip. I'll let you decide. You can hold one of them. You can keep rolling.
The cookie dough.
Cookie dough's pretty good.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I like. I had one last night, and then I was like, well, you know, this. If I eat this other one, it leaves one of each flavor, so that's great. And so I just ate the other one because There was like two different flavors. It was really good.
Good.
So now,
It tastes so yummy.
so look, would it be fair to say that someone could say they're a little dry?
Yes, but at the same time, have you ever had like a protein bar in general?
Well, but like I'm not saying dry is necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like a lot of protein bars feel heavy.
Yes.
And the lightness of that bar, even though it's like a little bit drier than a bar, like a crumbly bar, I kind of like a crumbly bar better a lot of times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. These are pretty. Is dewy the correct term for it? Because it smushes pretty well.
Maybe I'm exaggerating.
Maybe I'm used to it. Maybe I'm in prep mode and it just tastes so good. I don't care.
That's really cardboard. I didn't. It's not even really cookie dough. You're this is an oasis.
Yeah. See, and if you just eat slow and really just savor it all, it works out.
Well, it's funny that you say that because in studying all my coaching accreditation stuff, they talked about when you want to control something, putting your mind to that task at that time will make you not kind of abuse. So the example they gave is like if you want to not drink so many cups of coffee, if you take your time enjoying the cup of coffee that you're having, you probably might not want another one because you had your cup of coffee. But
right.
If you're blowing through them so fast and you're not present for it. And so the more attention you put to all that stuff, the more it kind of helps.
I mean, savor is a word, we really should do it more often with everything that we do. You got to savor the moments. You got to savor the taste, savor every aspect of your life. Don't rush through it. Enjoy it. That's at least what I try and tell myself.
It's just hard sometimes. I feel like that you might. It's hard to lean into shitty moments, but on some level you should.
Yes.
Right? You know what I mean? Like
to.
You have to because it is a moment. You are having it, but that is what gets you through that moment is kind of leaning into it. You know what I mean?
Well, and that would take me back to drinking alcohol, because a lot of the times, yes, we're using it as a form of celebration, but sometimes it's used as an antidepressant at the same time. I had a rough day at work, I need a drink,
I would argue it's probably used more as an antidepressant.
Yes, probably. So in those moments, dealing with the hard shit, it sucks, but you got to do it. And if you just ignore it, it's not going to go away. It's still going to be there. It just might knock on your door like 15 years later and be like, fuck, I should have dealt with this a long time ago.
But I mean, everybody, one of my friends always says, everybody's on their own journey, right?
Yes.
It's just how this is what I'm really amazed at. It took me till I was probably about, I don't know, in my early 40s to kind of really figure out life and all the things that you figured out like way before I did. You know what I mean?
I'm a lot of talk. But there is an awareness and an application, right? And so that's 50% of the battle. It's just like being aware and application, So kudos to you. But I mean, also your major event happened maybe earlier than mine did. You know what I mean? Like yes.
Your crossroads came and you saw it though. Some people don't see it and then maybe they get another opportunity and they still choose the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like,
oh God, yeah. I wouldn't want to deal with another brain surgery to make these decisions. I'm glad it was just those two and done.
What's that one right there?
Oh my gosh, this one is the peanut butter chocolate chip.
Is that your favorite?
It's one of my favorites. You got like all the peanut butter based ones, and peanut butter and I, we have a close relationship, and it's been taken off of my meal plan for the last like 8 weeks. So peanut butter is just.
Well, let me tell you how serendipitous this all is. So, when you said like no cow bars, my first thought was like Whole Foods. And so I get on my phone, on the Whole Foods app. Right. And so, to get like free, like pickup, you needed like a certain amount of money or whatever. Right. Okay. So I was like, I saw those liquid deaths and I was like, man, they have like it's called Armless Palmer. Like, so it's like an Arnold Palmer or something. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I really want to try those because I'm trying like not to drink alcohol and to only drink water and not, stuff like that. But I was like, well, I gotta get these bars. So I get these liquid deaths, I get these bars. And then I was like, I didn't have enough to make the cart. So I just kept adding bars, you know? And so I was like, well, I'm gonna get all the flavors that I like too, you know?
So you're using Instacart? Is that what you're using?
No, I use the Whole Foods app. Like,
oh, and it's like ready for you when you drive there?
Yeah, it's like a pickup.
Oh, okay.
Because I was coming home from work and I needed to be at home at a certain time so my girlfriend could do something. So I needed to swing in her real quick. I mean, I'm all about the efficiency of technology, right? Like, look, these are my two things about technology. One, try to use it positive, like in a positive way for you and everybody else.
Yes.
That's the first thing.
Yes.
And second thing is take advantage of it if it helps trim down parts of your life that you just shouldn't be wasting time with, and employ somebody else to do other things and stuff like that. These are good parts of technology. All the rest of it kind of sucks.
Yeah. No, I used Instacart for like 4 years straight. I couldn't drive.
Yeah.
So I was very, very, very thankful for
Oh, okay.
for
Well,
that.
shout out to Instacart too.
Yeah, that's why I was like, hey, you use that? Good. Because I met a lot of good people through it. And, you know, I'm thankful that they can have a flexible job. And I mean, I don't know all the issues that they have still or whatever. Hopefully everything's okay. But I'm very thankful
Is there an Instacart thing going on?
Oh
or?
yeah. Whenever I was using it, it was because they weren't getting paid the right amounts and stuff like that. Yeah. So I just because they go by tips. So technically speaking, they can pay them lower because they're tips employees, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So
well, I hope they solve that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, I don't use it anymore either, so I don't really look at anything.
Can you have that last one?
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, I can. Yep, I'm having my fourth bite. Yeah, because those 4 bites should definitely equal just one.
Oh yeah, I mean you're probably.
I'm probably under.
Don't listen to me though, because I don't want to screw anything up.
No. I'm estimating under and hoping under.
Well, I mean, is this fair to say? In dieting, underestimate your exercise. Back up. Yeah, underestimate exercise and overestimate your food. Like, you know, like pretend like you're having to, like, always go on the end of more. And your exercise, don't think you're not moving as much as you think you are. You know what I mean? Unless you're really putting a lot of attention around moving, right?
Yeah. For lifestyle, yes.
Yeah.
For competition, no. You track.
Everything. Huh?
You do what you're told and you track.
Yeah. I'm sure you have a coach, right?
Yes, I have a.
You have a couple coaches.
I have a
posing coach.
My posing and nutrition coach. She's the same person. Nicole, thank you so much. And then
thank you, Nicole.
Yes, and then Avery is my personal trainer, and he is he saw me when I was very, very, very thin and very, very, very weak, and somehow kept a straight face, and I still don't know how he did it to this day. So I'm very thankful for him, because I mean, for someone of any type of weight that you are, if you're feeling insecure and you're at that point where you finally reached out to someone and they don't help you the right way or make you feel good, it could be a downfall for someone. And so I'm very thankful that I was welcomed with open arms and no laughing at me, because it was pretty embarrassing those first couple months. So, well,
you know, it would be easy to say that just like there's good people and bad people. But, you know, there's good coaches and bad coaches. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of times people aren't self-advocate enough for themselves when they get a bad coach, just if it isn't a good fit, we'll just say.
Right, yes.
Right,
yeah.
okay. And so in my past history, when people have advocated themselves, they're just like, they work for me for like a week and they're like, I can't do this. I never like took it personal, because I don't want to coach somebody that doesn't want to be coached by me either. All right. Or is having difficulties. I want to be good and positive for him. So, you know, shout out to him for doing that. That's what you should be doing.
Yes. Well, but you are correct though. I, as a client, could be a bad fit for a trainer. They could be an amazing trainer and I could just not be, you know, a good client. So thankfully
all my clients are wonderful.
Yay. And all my trainers and my posing coach and Nicole, they're absolutely amazing. I would not trade it for anything in this entire world.
Can I also say, can we point out that like that you have coaches,
Yes.
right? Like you know, if you're gonna go do something,
Yes.
anything, like you're gonna go be a stand-up comedian or whatever you're gonna do, like it's good to get a coach, like get somebody that does it that can kind of help you, and then you know, or at least get an online coach or anything. You know what I mean? Anything you want to do, or at least go to YouTube. Well, maybe not YouTube, but you know, try to learn something about what you're doing, right?
Yeah, like if you're going to one of the commercial gyms, they have an app and they have videos and they have ideas.
Yeah.
Go by those.
Yeah.
When I see people at the gym doing things that I don't know where they came up with that.
Oh, that's probably me. Like you,
No.
I'm the weird guy stretching in all these weird ways and stuff like that.
Stretching is okay, one thing, but some of these people, I'm like, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself. Or I see some other females, and when I see what they're doing and I can tell that it's not going to have the effect that they want, it terrifies me to think they're going to go home and tell themselves, I just worked out for 2 months straight and there's no difference. This is pointless. No, you were just doing it incorrectly. If you had someone had to tell you how to do it correctly and you did that for 2 months, your outcome would be 1,000 times different. And the way you felt about it would be 1,000 times different. And I'm sure you would go and work out for 2 more months. So that's what I don't say anything to anyone at the gym. I'm not a trained, I'm not a trainer. I'm not certified. And I really don't talk that much to strangers. So that's the only thing that makes me sad when I do see people not doing things correctly or thinking they're going to get results from stuff that is not going to give them a result.
Yes. I mean, I don't have anything to add. That was my whole training career, my strictly training career. You know what I mean? And so, and then here's the really, really sad part about it is like, there would be a time where like, maybe I'd see somebody that's really going to get hurt or seriously, like did someone needs to step in and stuff. And like to get like negative feedback, you're like, oh man, come on. Like, or this has happened to me before. I mean, where a trainer would come up to me and tell me something about what I was doing, and which is fine, but also like, I mean, like maybe ask me why I'm doing it. Maybe,
right.
You know what I mean? Like how bad and weird does it seem that you couldn't ask me maybe like why I'm doing it, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely personalize different lifts according to how your body is and if you have any injuries or anything like that. So if someone is doing it with adequate form in the right way, just don't say anything. And if they're doing it horribly, don't say anything either. Just let them be.
Well, look, let me clarify. I was doing stationary lunges on a lifting platform. Okay. And I was touching my knees to the floor every time. Well, those things, they're hot, so they make a lot of noise, right? So this trainer came over to me and she was like, you really shouldn't be banging your knee on the floor. And I'm like, I'm not. Like, it's just making a lot of noise. And she was like, well, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll go work out somewhere else. In the gym, not somewhere. I didn't quit the whole gym because of that.
A different area of the gym.
Yeah, different area. Oh, all righty. Well, do you have any shout out for No Cow? Do you get any do you have a discount coupon, you said?
Yeah. So my code is Caili 15. And so if you order online,
spell Caili.
Caili, Caili 15.
It's a C. It's a C.
Caili with a C.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my name is Caili with no K or Y or E. Makes no sense, but
I like that there's that little rhyme that goes with it, though.
Oh yeah, I've had to come up with it now.
Well, if you ever decide to change your Instagram name, that's what you have to change it to.
This last segment is brought to you by HeyJustBe.com. I believe that achieving balance in the mental, physical, and metaphysical aspects of your purpose by incorporating learning, serving, and creating can transform your life into one that you truly enjoy living. Want to know more? Go to www.heyjustbe.com.
So usually how I wrap this thing up is I ask people, what do you do to just be the best version of yourself so you can be good for everybody else? So we're doing the vegan thing and you're doing like show prep. So you're obviously we've talked counting your macros and all that good stuff. So you're working out. What else do you do? What do you like to do? Spend time with your son, obviously, right?
Yes.
Is that recharge time?
Definitely recharge time. But something that we do and definitely is was all of his main idea and stuff like that. We do a lot of trash pickups here around Austin.
Meaning what?
There's different areas that have decent amounts of trash in them that are also like areas where people go to a lot. Like, I don't know if you ever go to Mueller. That place is covered in trash in certain areas around the little duck area and the Arboretum area. So when my son was younger and we were walking around one time and he saw trash, and it was during that age where you're teaching him, you got to pick up your stuff and clean and pick up trash. And so he kept saying trash, trash, trash. And he was like, are you going to pick it up, Mom? And I'm like, oh, that's right. Let me pick that up. And so it just became something that we just started doing, trash pickups. And so I like to think, it has a big effect. I go and I see these places that still have trash in them after we cleaned them a couple weeks ago, but there would be more there if we didn't do it. So it makes me feel good.
Okay, so I have so many thoughts.
Okay.
One, that's amazing, right?
Thanks.
Two, these are the areas that you're in.
Yes.
So you're taking responsibility for where you live and making sure it's okay for you and for everybody else, which is awesome. But this is the third thing. Okay. So when I go out walking, I pick up trash.
Yay.
Right. But do you know what I'm annoyed about is there's never any trash cans. Right. So I want to make this like backpack that has like a water pack in it, right? And then like maybe the bottom like unzips or something, and then it's like a little trash can that when you pick up trash, you can just put it in your backpack.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Right, as you're walking, right? And then on the other side, it has dog poop bags. Right?
Nice.
And maybe a separate somewhere to put that or whatever. But if I had something like that on me when I went on my walks, I would 100% probably pick up more trash than I do.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, I'm going to walk around like, a mile with this trash in my hand because there's no trash cans.
Oh, yeah. No,
And outside of stores. Put trash cans outside of stores.
Well, that's a city job right there that I would think that they could create. Trash cans galore. Trash cans galore, and people picking up that trash daily. Like, I just don't understand how I never noticed it. I never noticed it at all until my 2 was 2 years old at the time, pointed it out. And then I'm like, oh my God, there's fucking trash everywhere. The Overlook, people go up there and take pictures. Thousands of people are hashtagging this place. Yet if you go there and you look around, that place is just disgusting. It's so bad.
Okay, so is it just you and him, or do y'all are part of a bigger group?
Well, so occasionally, especially at the Overlook, they'll have different groups there. And so if there's different groups there, we'll join them at the time. But no, this is just me and my son.
Okay, well, we need to organize something.
Hey, I'm always down for trash pickups. I was doing I've done it a couple of times on my birthday, where it was my Earth Day, and I would have people come and do a trash pickup. But my birthday is in July, and it was really hot this year, and there's no way I can, it's 110 degrees outside, come pick up trash.
Well, it's your birthday. You get what you want for your birthday, right?
Not anymore. I'm too old for that.
What do you do anything else? Are you a reader? Do you read? Do you like music, movies, anything else you do to recharge?
I am a movie person, actually movie and TV, but I do this thing where I rewatch. I like new stuff here and there, but I also like to rewatch, which, I did watch Ted Lasso, and I've rewatched all of those seasons over and over and over again. I love those episodes.
Okay. I don't know. Hopefully this isn't a rude question. All right. Do you remember them? Because you said you said you have short-term memory, right?
Yes, and so that's the reason why movies, from forever ago that I watched before my surgery, those are still there. But movies now, when I watch them, yes, the second time around, I'm seeing things I didn't see or remember the first time for sure. So it is like a new experience.
Okay, so how many times do you think? Do you know how many times you've watched Ted Lasso? Is that rude?
Oh God! Well, that's an obsession. So I don't know if that one's a really good.
So do you remember watching it? Do you remember the episodes, or is it new to you when you watch it?
I might remember the episode and the gist and the message, but I might not remember every conversation or every scene. And so sometimes it is like, did I know that happened? There has been times where I've pointed stuff out to people and they're like, yeah, we know, Caili. You've said that already. So, I do that. So. Okay.
Are these people your friends, right? That are pointing that out?
Yes.
But okay. In a way, for you, is that a relief to have your friends just to just say it bluntly, or does it hurt your feelings sometimes?
No.
Because it is what it is, right?
It really is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. It's not as hindering as it was in the beginning, and thankfully now I'm really good with filling sentences when I don't know what's going on or what I remember, so that
It
always
makes you an
helps.
active listener, I bet.
Oh, I'm a great listener now. Yeah, I can really listen to a story, ask, like one or two little questions that hopefully will keep them going, and then I'm like, I hope they don't ask me what I thought about that because I don't know.
Oh man, so I am losing my memory for different reasons. I'm closer to 50 than I am to 40, right?
It's all right.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. So like, I work with this kid. He's like 17, and so he'll just straight up tell me. He'll go, "Hey, you told me that before," and I'll go, "I'm sorry, man." He's like, "It's fine." Like, you know what I mean? But I asked him to too because I don't want to just tell the same story over again. I'd rather him just tell me.
Yeah. I thankfully either I'm told that I've said something before or they don't mind a lot. My son now, he Mom, you already told me that. I know you don't remember because your brain surgery. Like, dang, dude.
Well, easy, man.
Yes, no.
What's your son's name?
Kaysen,
easy, man.
Dude,
yes.
Yeah, but he's also really sweet though, because like anytime there's like a strobe light in a movie, he'll be like, Mom, don't look.
Oh, it's awesome.
So I mean, he has a lot of sympathy for me still.
Yeah. All right. So before we get out of here, do you have any besides no cow bars? Do you have any vegan recommendations around something that you really like besides liquid death that I turned you on to today?
Oh my gosh. I honestly, I forgot. I like this stuff. That's right. That's a plastic. And it only has the carbs. That's right. I love that stuff now. So I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. But if you are someone who questions whether vegans should have cheese and if vegan cheese is yummy, please go to Rebel Cheese in Mueller. It is.
Okay, what is Rebel Cheese?
It's a deli shop. But it's all vegan.
In Mueller here in Austin?
Yes,
okay.
yes, but it's all vegan. And so I'm someone who doesn't like fake meats and the fake cheeses and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to see like what a vegan deli shop and it's actually yummy and good, go to Rebel Cheese.
Okay.
They're amazing. Amazing.
What is at a vegan deli shop? Because I would assume there'd be meat there, right?
Yes, exactly. But it's the very processed vegan meat, but it's made from the natural products. It's not the Beyond Meat or anything like that.
So it's better than Beyond Meat.
1,000%.
It's beyond. It's beyond Beyond Meat.
Yes. But if you're going to want to enjoy vegan food, the non-real cheese or the non-real meat, not just the plant-based type stuff, that's the place to go here in Austin.
Do they do like sandwiches and things there?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh man, I'm going.
It's a deli shop. They also have desserts there too. And
it's busy, isn't it?
It's always busy.
Oh,
well,
man.
and I mean, I'm also talking like I go also
busy times.
Well, during the farmers market, they're right next to the Mueller farmers market. So,
anyways, well, I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yes, do it.
Yeah. Anyways, well, did you have a good time? First podcast, did you have a good time?
Yes, I had a great time. It was very exciting, very new, definitely different. Never done anything like this before, so I'm glad
Awesome.
I did it.
Well, I usually ask everybody, give me a hug. You slip out of there, give me a hug. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.